Hey ladies, when people start drama with you, I want you to start being strategic with these people. There's no need to panic. There's no need to start getting crazy amounts of anxiety and sending your cortisol through the roof. Let's all relax and calm our nervous system down and think strategically, okay? Because when people start with you, they're hating, they are jealous, and they're envious, and that's obvious. But what you need to do is play dumb. You need to be a bimbo. And we're going to talk about the bimbo effect today and the importance of being unfazed while acting clueless. When you notice that somebody has it out for you for whatever reason, it's not our problem or our issue or our responsibility to find out why. I always used to struggle with, well, why are they acting like that towards me? Why are they treating me like that? Well, I didn't do anything to them. I don't understand. I've been so nice to them. Why, right? It wasn't until I got with my man, he was like, stop asking why. Like, literally him saying that, like, rewired my brain. Because he was like, why do you care why? That has nothing to do with you. What you need to do is be strategic. Why doesn't matter. People are always going to start with you. If you're beautiful, if you're slim, if you got a nice body, if you got clear skin, if you're confident and you're not supposed to be, people are going to always have a problem with you for whatever reason. They're usually projecting, which means it's definitely not our problem, okay? The only thing we control is how we handle these types of people. Because like I just said, someone is always going to find a reason to dislike you, even if you are a saint. Even if you are a nun, someone is going to find a reason to hate you as a nun. So when you start to get signs that someone's hating on you, they're throwing a lot of microaggressions your way, they're giving you a lot of backhanded compliments, they're trying to, sabotage you in little slight ways, they're being covert, right? They're not trying to show their hand so that other people notice, but they want you to notice. So here's what you're gonna do to do a reverse back to you. Right? You're going to play dumb. The bimbo effect is when you know that somebody has it out for you, but you act like you have no clue what's going on. The bimbo effect is when you notice that somebody is jealous, somebody is being covert, somebody is trying to backdoor you. You literally go into a mode of being unfazed while acting clueless. You're going to confuse the enemy. This is what we have to do. When you act unfazed, what it's going to do to you is it's going to make the situation less serious in your own reality to start off. So when it comes to the unfazed part of everything, you have to trick your mind into believing that what's happening isn't that important. You have to trick your mind into believing that what they're attempting to do is not that serious. It's actually silly and it's beneath you. So you pretending to be unfazed, even if you are fazed, even if deep down it bothers you, you have to play reverse psychology on yourself and take a second before reacting, before speaking on anything, and calm down. After you've calmed down, you need to become unbothered by whatever attempts to attack you are happening in real time. That means if the person is right in front of your face, you need to have the most stonewall face in history. You don't need to show them any emotion, any reaction. They need to have zero sign of affecting you. At the same time, you need to be clueless. If that means you need to ignore them, start a conversation with someone else, get on your phone, take a fake phone call, pretend like you don't even know what's happening. Pretend like you're so unaware that it confuses them. They're like, oh my God, did she even notice that I just tried to take a dig at her? Did she even just notice the little attack that I just tried to unleash on her? Act like you have no idea what's going on. This is going to quickly humble the person who is trying to get a reaction out of you. Change the subject, look at them blankly and ask a question about what they have on or stare at their feet. Like, you have to make these people uncomfortable while also being clueless. When you act clueless and unfazed, these people, they get confused and they also sometimes get angry because it's not working. So the bimbo effect is really effective when you are dealing with covert people because covert people like to throw stones and hide their hands. So it's perfect because you don't have to be overt with your counterattack. You can be very, very covert with your counterattack by simply being unfazed and clueless. And here's the thing, when you're in like a workplace setting or a setting that, you have to be in a shared space with people, when you act clueless and unfazed, when they try to do all the digs and all the weird things that they do, all you have to do is take mental notes and document. Especially when you're in the workplace, you have to just document these things. It's better for you to come off and look like an angel than you retaliating and looking like the perpetrator. Because that's exactly what happened to me, and I know a lot of people can relate, is these people will do a lot of covert attacks, they'll do a lot of backdooring, they'll do a lot of undermining things, and then when you react, they all point at you and say, look at you, you problematic person, get out of here. And before you know it, you're laid off, you're fired, you're retaliated against. It's like clockwork. These people, these narcissists in the workplace, they know exactly what type of game to play with you to get you out of their spaces. And it's usually a covert game that they like to play. But how you are going to maintain your peace, your job security, your happiness, and also teach these people a lesson is by being a bimbo. So yeah, that coworker or that boss wants to pick at you and bother you and neg you and treat you like crap. You act clueless. Whole time, you record every conversation, you document every interaction, you send emails so that you have an email trail of everything that was said at all points. So that if they ever try to put the nail in the coffin and get you out of there, you have a reverse Uno card waiting for their ass. You have a reverse Uno card waiting for them. Instead of them getting you, and now you look like the bad guy, even though they are a wolf in sheep's clothing. I also like to do the bimbo effect when it comes to, like, social settings, when I'm out and about around people and we're in close quarters. Like at my dance class or at some type of event that I'm at. And this is when women like to have pissing contests and really try to intimidate the next woman. Like, you really see that happen in these social settings. It's weird. It's like they wait to get around other women to enact their weird, overpowering, dominating fantasies. So for me, when I notice that there's a woman who's targeting me because I'm beautiful, because she's jealous, because she's envious, I literally play dumb. Like, whenever she tries to say little snide remarks, I literally ignore it. And then it's so crazy because they'll get more and more loud with their attempts to make you feel uncomfortable. Like, they'll start chiming into your conversations. They'll start trying to intimidate you. They'll start making loud noises while you talk. These are all weird covert attacks of people who are showing you that you're better than them, showing you that you're prettier than them, showing you that you're more privileged than them. Because anyone who is secure in themselves and likes themselves and loves themselves will never do these things to a stranger. So if someone is doing this to you who they've never had a conversation with, and they have all this energy and vitriol and anger towards you, and they're trying to take you down a notch, and they're saying little things and doing little things covertly, play dumb. Play dumb. Because when the time comes for you to strike back, you have all the arsenal you need to make them feel like an idiot. Playing dumb allows you to observe your enemies too. So in the art of war, a lot of times, there's a huge component of observation, of calculated observation. You are watching how your enemy likes to attack you. You're paying close attention to their tactics. You are taking notes on the type of person they are, the type of people they are. When you're quiet and silent and you just observe how they like to project, how they like to intimidate, or try to intimidate, how they like to belittle the person who they're envious of, you get so much feedback. You can get so much data from just being quiet and observing your enemy try to take you down a few notches. Because when it's your turn, they're gonna go home crying. And this happened to me in my junior year of college. There was a girl who I was roommating with who was obsessed with me. She was obsessed with my life, who I was dealing with, the types of guys I was dating. She was just constantly trying to get me in trouble, right? She was obsessed. And she would always do these weird backdoor things, behind my back. She would be talking to other people, but when it came to being face to face, she never had any smoke. She was jealous. She was jealous and she was hating. What ended up happening is our RA called a meeting because there was too much tension in the suite that we were all living in, and it was time to get to the bottom of the lies and the gossip that she was involving me in. Do you know, when we had that sit down, I never spoke a word to her, but because I had observed all of the covert things she was doing, when I finally had her in my good graces, when I finally had her in front of me, I read her for filth. I told her about how she is an envious weirdo. I told her about herself down. Do you know this girl started crying in front of everyone who lived in that suite? She started to tear up and she started whimpering. And I was like, wow, where's the big bad girl that was just spreading rumors about me? Where's the big bad girl who was just talking all this mess about me, lying and talking about how I'm a whore and all this other stuff? Where did that energy go? You know, it's like she didn't expect it from me because, again, I was very nice to people. I was very kind. I was a very happy-go-lucky person. So people aren't expecting that from you. When they see you as someone who is a nice individual, they think that that means that you're stupid. And that's why you use the bimbo effect. You want people to think that you're clueless. You want people to think you don't know. Because when the time comes for you to lay it on them, when the time comes for you to set them straight, when the time comes for you to read them for filth, you are going to hurt these people's feelings badly, because the whole time they thought they had one up on you. They thought they were smarter than you. They thought they had all the tea on you. No, you had piss. You thought you had tea on me. You were drinking piss. So ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on playing dumb, being unfazed, while also acting clueless. Talk to me about any time that you've had to use this tactic to your benefit and how you protect yourself using the bimbo effect. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.